Well, we're live. What do you know? Coming to you from my sunroom. All this is going to change, but at least for now, you can see a few of my plants that haven't died, that haven't dropped all their leaves. The calamondin lime has not dropped all its leaves. And this is the angel wing begonia. I think I said that right. And there's a fig over there that's got, let's see. That's the fig. It's got 4 or 5 leaves. Everything dropped their leaves. It's just been terrible. So I have, this is my distiller, and it's kind of hard to see, but that is I have just a regular humidifier because it was 35 percent, what do you call it, humidity in here. And I thought, well, maybe that's why the plants are dropping their leaves. It's just so dry, because the comfort for the plant thermometer, which is sitting right there, is between 45 and 75 humidity and 65 to 75 temperature. That's the comfort zone for plants. So I'm trying to get it up, but even with the humidifier, it's only about 40%, not quite. Sherry Hicks is here. Thank you. Well, as you know, I moved the clock up to 3 p.m. today. I hope the regulars are going to be able to join. Can everyone hear me okay? I'm not using any of the equipment I tried last week. Too much of a pain in the, you know what. So I'm back to just my two little cheap lights, and I have a lamp right here. And let's see, I should probably bring this down a little. There you can see I've got my teapot from Connie. Connie's in the, well, I think she's in her new house in San Diego. So hopefully she'll be able to join. Haffy is here. I'm going to just say this right off the top. Thank you to all of my moderators for keeping an eye on the chat. We just rarely have anything untoward. Remember that? We used to use that word. Untoward means not nice, not appropriate. Rarely have anything, but once in a while, someone just gets on just to be mean. And we're going to just take care of that, because we have John and Gina, and we'll see who else. Connie may be able to join. I'm not sure. Maddie is here from Iceland. And we have the UK already. Melleby is here from Tennessee. I finally remembered, right? I'm finally remembered. And Ramblin' Rose is here. Let's see. She's in Texas. Yeah, I was a little confused there for a second. She came from Ohio, but she's in Texas. Jane Marie, good afternoon. Let us know where you are. And Kit Driscoll is here from Arkansas. Fantastic. Arkansas is the location of my favorite, let's see, church. Listen to that church almost every day, almost every day. Online. And Jane is in Maine. So is Haffy. Wait. Yeah. Haffy, connect with Jane Marie. Emmanuel is here. Emmanuel is the ultimate gardener. And if you guys, I know some of you took my advice a year ago and subscribed to his channel. This kid has really grown up. He is making better videos than I do, and I've been doing it for 12 years. And his short videos are excellent and very informative. He's a very good teacher. He's upbeat, cheerful. Do check out, and the benefit is he can grow a lot of tropical plants where he is. Aren't you in Florida, Emmanuel? So he, the last one I saw was he had a video on the toilet paper plant. Did you know there was a toilet paper plant? Yes, I learned that from Emmanuel's channel, and he's growing that plant. So check it out. Well, yes, Daryl, it's a certain one. It's not just any old silver dollar. Shepherd's Chapel, the Shepherd's Chapel kit. And that would be Pastor Arnold Murray and his son, Pastor Dennis Murray. And let's see, Anna Paula is here from Texas. Texas is a big state, but you guys connect. And my dear friend Linda is here from Ohio. Let's see. Oh, wait, West Ohio. Linda, we've got Vanessa Brown from Westchester, Ohio. Everybody connect. Dee is here from Hills Country Cottage. And I want to say that you have a channel, Dee, and that I should be recommending it. Why can't I? Let's see. No. Nope. Hold on. I'm going to just look that up. I don't think I spelled it right. Oh, well, I'll have to do it. I'll have to do it afterwards. Let's see. No, it's not mullein. No, Emmanuel, what was the name of that? What was the name of that plant? I mean, they call it the toilet paper plant. And the leaves, I think, from what I know of the mullein leaves, the leaves are a lot nicer to be wiping your backside with. They looked really nice and soft edges. Mullein doesn't always have soft edges. Okay, great. So Dee's Hill Country Cottage. Dee's Hill, you must have your own hill. Your country cottage is sitting on your hill, right? Anyway, check it out, everybody. Samira Chugtai's backyard garden. I don't know if I said that right. Where's your backyard garden? Kim is here from where? Which Kim and from where? Let's see. Thank you so much. No, it's not lamb's ear. He said it, blue spur flower. But yeah. I won't repeat that, John. Happy. But yes, you need a nice sizable leaf to get your backside clean, okay? My mother, unfortunately, had to use corn shucks. But fantastic kit. Well, we're going to talk about some stuff. And let's see, I think we got off to a great start with this blue, what did you call it? Blue spur flower. Hey, Emmanuel, I don't know if it'll work, but can you put a link to that particular short video? Can you put it underneath my video, underneath this live stream when we're done? I have a feeling if you put it in the chat window, it won't show. Or you could try it and I can approve it. Try it. And then somebody can go there and see it because it's a beautiful plant. I would grow it, but I have a feeling that it's too cold here, that it might die. Kim is in Kentucky. How much did you have to pay to just get the name Kim? Did everybody notice how everybody used to have, hey, Lisa Chandler is here. Hey, I didn't get to call you this afternoon. You might have noticed, but there's always tomorrow, right? Okay. You might have noticed a lot of people suddenly have these numbers after their name. They did just have their name, and now there's there's 4 numbers at the end of their name. Especially when you use your own name, I've noticed. YouTube has just added these numbers, I think. Indiana in the house. Thank you. Okay, for those of you who can't read the chat, we're talking about, okay, I'm just going to start from the beginning. If anyone is watching who has not had the benefit of seeing the chat window, there's a young man who has a channel. He's become very successful. He's doing wonderful videos. I recommended him at least a year ago. I helped him get to his first 1,000 or something subscribers. What are you up to now, Emmanuel? And meantime, he happened to grow up. You know how teenagers do. All of a sudden you turn around and they're like, okay, what happened? You were like this and now you're like this. So he's doing a great job, and he's teaching about growing a lot of tropical plants, which, you know, I loved. I loved my tropical plants in California, but here they just don't do well. Not for me anyway. Anyway, I see his short videos a lot. And one of his short videos, he was talking about the toilet paper plant, which he says is called blue spur flower plant, also known as the toilet paper plant. And it's got big, green, soft leaves. And so take it from there. Okay, Hills Mills Homestead. Did I say that right again? Yes, I did. Hills Mill Homestead. You only have one mill, right? I know, it's my fault. Mickey is the one that has the Electroculture coils. So if you're interested, if you've heard about those coils, putting in your garden and directing more energy into your plants, check out his channel, and you can order the coils from Mickey. He's spending more time making coils and filling orders now than he is making videos. So do check that out. I also I went down and did a video with Mickey. I used to travel a lot and interview a lot of people, but I don't do that so much anymore. But I did do that one, and I think that's one of the last ones that I did. Okay, heterodox. Okay. Let's see. What did I miss? Oh, your first 100. Okay, I helped you get to your first 100 subs 2 years ago. Okay, didn't I also try to help you get over 1,000? Or it seems like it. I don't know. So Heather knows, I guess, about this blue spur, and it's a perennial evergreen. In a warm climate, I take it. Yes, Hills Mill is a sawmill and a grist mill. You're welcome. 17. Emmanuel, weren't you like 11 or something when we started? Were you really 15 when we started? Look at that. He's 17 and he's teaching agriculture in his school and online. And he's focusing on permaculture, which is sustainable, edible gardening. That is admirable. Bravo. I'm going to have to put up the 100%, the smile, and the heart. Bravo. You guys can push these too if you feel like it. It just keeps things a little more lively. There's a little heart at the bottom of the chat window, and if you click it, you can choose different things to make go up. Yes, I thought so. Let's see. Okay, Catherine is here. Thank you so much. Catherine, I don't know if you were there last week, but I did give you a shout out for that tip you gave me on the previous, I think it was the New Year's Eve. I got several tips from that. Some of them went directly to my PayPal link, and some went to the super chat. Thank you all. I appreciate it. Tammy is here. Okay. That's amazing. Okay. All right, I think we've said hi. Does anybody else want to say hi before? We've got 100 people already, 105, and we've only got 55 of these. So if you could take a moment, now I understand that even on television now you can hit the like button. I don't know. I've never done this on television, but I mean, I've never watched videos, YouTube on television. So I don't know about that, but please make that 56 go up to 106 because it helps with the algorithm. Today, I actually did something that I haven't done. I did it for the first time. I don't know if it's always been offered and I just never noticed it. But when I shared this link to Facebook, it said, oh, why don't you share this event with your community? And I'm going, okay, well, I thought kind of that's what I did by sharing the post. But they turned it into, or they suggested how to turn it into an event. Of course, they wanted me to pay money to advertise it, which I didn't do. So if anybody comes to this live stream from the Facebook event, please let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate knowing that. And if you see this after this is done, just leave a comment under the live stream. Jenny is here also from Ohio. Let's see. Jamela is here from Trinidad and Tobago. So we have Iceland, UK, and Trinidad and Tobago. Anybody else from any other countries, please put it in the chat window right now. Let's see. I hope I didn't miss anything. It just jumped. There we go. You know what? It's not, Andrew, it's not showing those numbers in the chat window. Isn't that funny? But when you leave a comment on a video, it is there. It's not there right now. It's interesting. Hayes Homestead is here from, I'm going to say Chupitolus. Chupitolas, Louisiana. How did I do? And Missy Royer is here from Frigid, Iowa. Gosh, it seems like Iowa's been in the news. Everything's in the news. I cannot keep up. Okie dokie. Sharon Horvat is here from Southwest PA. What's going on with your governor? Is he governor or senator? Fetterman. All of a sudden, Fetterman is talking like he's like grounded. I don't know what happened. You know, he was just all over the place for a while, and you know, and now he's sounding. It's interesting. I don't know what happened, but good for him. You know, if he's recovered from whatever. Tammy 66. Let's see. We're up to 88, but now we're 121, so we're still 40 behind. Almost 40. That is incredible. See what you can do when you're young and you're motivated. And I bet you have good support in your family. Am I right? Because so many young people are just wasting their time watching TikTok videos. And he's 17. Emmanuel is 17. And not only is he teaching in his school and your community, is that what you said? And online and on your channel, he has his own nursery in Parkland, Florida that focuses on edible gardening. That is insane. That is insane success. I wish I could make half those claims. Congratulations, sincerely. Andrew is from Cement, Oklahoma. Let's see. Where are we? J and B is here. Where you writing from, J and B? Mason Hamlin is here from very cold in Texas. We've got other, wait, what did Ken say? Where's Ken? 2 degrees. Oh my, -2. Well, it's 0 in Illinois. So I guess that's understandable. Are you anywhere close to Doug and Stacy, Ken? By the way, Ken, I don't think I read your comment last time. Did you say something about your lungs? Having problems with getting over something with your lungs? Because I was going to recommend a supplement, and I don't think I get distracted, especially after an hour of this back and forth. And I don't think I actually recommended this, but there's a product called Clear Lung that Linda Brinson, who's on the chat, recommended to me, and I got some, and I gave it to my son when he was here. So it's got a whole bunch of natural stuff in it, and you might want to check that out if you're still struggling with getting you over the hump with your lungs. Dean said, Dean, what do you mean 116? Oh, 116. Sorry. Thank you. 143. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Kaye here on my homestead in Tennessee. If you're new to my channel, I hope you will subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Scroll down and click all so you won't miss anything. I have started doing live streams again after a long absence. And if it keeps going this well, I'll keep going. We changed from 4 o'clock to 3 o'clock. On Sundays, and I will just continue that through March. When the days start getting longer, people are going to be out doing a lot of gardening on Sundays, and so we'll just play it by ear when it starts warming up. After the spring equinox, the 21st or something, we'll just look at it and see if people need to be out in the garden at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock on Sunday. And we'll take it from there, maybe figure out another time. But for now, it'll be 3 o'clock on Sunday. Okay, so Nuru is here. And where are you writing from? Especially want to hear from everybody outside of the US, because we have Iceland, UK, Trinidad, and Tobago. That's all I know so far. Blue Ocean, Canada. Sorry, I missed that. Blue Ocean is here from Canada. And where's Betty Freckles? Oh, gosh. I hope she doesn't think it's still at 4 o'clock. Let me just send her a little message real quick. And then I've got to get back to my topic for the day. Okay, let's go back. See if I can find it. I had it selected. Oh boy, I've got to find it again. Oh shoot. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I try and figure out how far back I have to go. She posts so much stuff. And on Telegram, there's no way to search for an old article. You can't save all that. So I had it right here. Normally I could text someone, but I can't text Canada. Okay, Gina and Haffy, if anybody is writing in from other countries, please remind me in just a second. Here we go. I got it. Whew. Oh, you know what? I think that was select. Never mind. I've got it. Where are we? Who had a stroke? Wait, who had a stroke? Ireland. Pocahontas 100 is here from Ireland. That's so amazing. Thank you for joining us. Canada, Ireland, Trinidad, Iceland, and the UK. Fantastic. Now we just need about 50 more countries. Okay. If anyone found this live stream from Facebook, the Facebook event page, please leave me a message. Write it in the chat. Okay. I missed something. Who had a stroke? I need to know. So just look, write it again, whoever. Gina. Okay. Celery and onions, should I cover or cut down? Well, if the onions are green onions and edible, you can just harvest those, put them in the refrigerator. You can also put them in water. You know, they'll be good for a little while in your kitchen. If they're like a green onion, you know. Celery, I forget where you are, Mason Hamlin, but if you're going down to single digits like we are, I'm going to bring mine in. I didn't today. It's going to be like 17. My back's killing me from yesterday. I just wanted to tell you that you have a big video that I made, that I edited today, and I didn't have time to review it and get it online before this. So you'll have that to look forward to tomorrow. Just by the way, I have not done anything with the broccoli leaves. I have gotten so many recommendations, and the broccoli's still out there, and I'm hoping it survives till tomorrow when I can do something with it. I wanted to give a shout out to Okie Ranch Wife. Is she here? In Oklahoma, obviously. She sent me a Christmas card, and yesterday I got on my four-wheeler for the first time in 10 days or 2 weeks. I don't even remember the last time I was on it. And there was a Christmas card in there. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure when it came. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about botanical interests. You know, I am an affiliate for botanical interests. I have never received $1, but I'm going to change that this year because I'm going to talk about it more. But this is not the only seed company that I am an affiliate of. But Botanical Interest is a big company. They have a lot of gardening products in addition to seeds. And if you are looking for seeds that I don't have, then you might consider it. But I just wanted to show you that I could have ordered this and gotten a commission myself, but I was at Sprouts and there's a big turn thing, and I'm just going, well, you know, I could use a few more sunflowers like that. And I think I ran out of this last year, and I kind of liked that an awful lot. And I'm out of oregano, and I really want to grow oregano. And look at this basil. I grew a lot of basil last year, but nothing that looked like that. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm pretty sure I'm out of Ford Hook. Well, I may have some, but the seeds are like 5 or 6 years old now. And this is the hardiest chard I've ever grown. It, you know, it's, the bugs aren't too bad, and it's just, it lasts a long time and just does really well. Now this, on the other hand, I haven't had any luck with it, but I'm determined to try to grow this because it's so pretty. This is red sales lettuce. And believe it or not, I don't have any Black Beauties zucchini. That's just a must. And I had some Royal Burgundy beans last year, and I, you know, this one little packet's just one little row, you know, and so I used them all last year. And when I harvested, I don't know, I planted them late. I got a few beans. I ate a few. I saved a few, but I just thought, start over. These seeds aren't too expensive, $3. Be sure and use my link, which you'll find underneath any video. And of course, I've got a zillion zinnias, but do I have all of these colors? I'm not sure. I don't think I had white. So you got to have all the colors. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Okay, let me catch up with you guys, and then I want to talk about what we're going to talk about. Kat is here. That's okay. You're here, right? You're here. So hit that thumbs up and let's get going. Parthenocarpic zucchini. I've never heard that in my whole life. Okay. Linda just said she's, yes. Yes, and I don't have those in front of me, but I do have them in my kitchen. Linda just said Botanical Interest has a lot of packages, the large size packages like this. They're even bigger. That might be a bigger package of seeds for sprouting. And it's a great thing to do in the winter to sprout seeds because you can have fresh, nutritious produce, um, greens, and all kinds of sprouts in the winter. Okay. Oh, you have that really cool one, Mason? Let's grow that together this year. That's cool. Oh my gosh, Samoa. Someone is here from Samoa. That is fantastic. By the way, if anyone wants me to sing a song, get the song, go ahead and secure that song and send the thing so I can look it up. I wanted to point out, okay, I'm going to talk about what we're going to talk about, but I wanted to point out, just because I told you I was going to share my sweaters, it's actually kind of hard to see, isn't it? But this is this part. This is just an underneath thin little thing. But this is a long sleeve sweater. And I used an unusual, the whole thing is ribbed like this. So if you know how to knit, then you know what that means. This is like a rib that runs, usually you see your ribs going around this way. You usually just see ribs going around 2 inches of the sleeve and 2 inches here and 2 inches here on a V-neck sweater. But I ran the ribs straight down, and I can't remember. I think I made this one up. I was buying yarn at a yarn store that was up from Brentwood School, which is where my son went to high school. So the traffic was so bad, even though our house was only about 10 miles from school. Sometimes it would take like an hour and a half to get there. So I would go early and hang out in the yarn store. And she would, of course, if you bought that yarn there, the owner was very competent. And I could just make up a little sketch like this. I could just make up a little sketch like that, which is what this is. And she could tell me the pattern. And if you don't know what knitting is, it's a pattern, and you have to read a code. And there are all these abbreviations for every stitch, every kind of stitch. There's all these abbreviations. So if you've never looked at knitting before and you just saw this pattern, and it would be like you're reading code for a computer or something. It'd be really hard to figure out. But I mean, there have been such gaps in my knitting career, that I would have to go back and just look at my beginning knitting book and see what the initials stood for. Sometimes the magazine that has the pattern will have a chart in the back with your abbreviations. And so then you do 2 of these and 2 of these and 2 of these and 2 of these and whatever. And the more complicated the pattern, the more complicated the code. So that's all I'll say about knitting today. 58 degrees in Florida. Lisa said I look very healthy. Thank you. It took me forever to get over that cold. And welcome to Samoa. Have you ever been on this live stream before and just not said anything? I just think it's so cool that we have people from other countries and islands. Last week we had somebody from Malaysia. I wonder if they're back. Thank you, Dean. Hey, Daisy Joe made it. Good. Yes, it is, Ken, and I couldn't even think of that. Thank you. Daryl, it's a Morgan. This is a Morgan silver dollar necklace. Let's see. Cat is freezing at 58. I know the feeling. I lived in California for 32 years, and it would get down to 40 and I would be freezing. Wait, what? Susan says you can grow cucumbers under cover, no bees required. I didn't know that. I thought all the cucurbits required bees. You're saying I missed whatever the thread was. Are you saying because you had bugs? Somebody had bugs, they couldn't grow cucumbers? Hmm. Okay, if anybody has asked me a question and I've missed it, please ask it again because I've got to keep scrolling down. Vancouver Vixen. Oh, you're from Vancouver, but you live in Western New York. Did I get that right? I bet it is very cold up there. If it's 0 in Illinois and -2 in Missouri, it's got to be below 0 in New York. Oh, good. Thank you. Okay, so I'm caught up. All right, so let's talk about what I saw this week, which really, I mean, I don't think anything could surprise anyone anymore because, there's I was going to do a video last year, and I said I was going to do the video, and I never did the video because all of a sudden it was just the bugs as human food stories were everywhere. And so I just thought, well, I'm just repeating what everybody already knows. But there was a huge, I think at the time last year when it opened, it was the biggest factory in the world to create bugs for food. I don't have the names because I wasn't planning on really talking about that, but the name of the company. But I just did a little, backtracking because I thought, how did something, I looked at the founders and the people, the executive, photographs, where it says about this company, and I thought, how do you get into creating a company that makes human food out of bugs? How do you get started doing that? And I traced it back, and they got their original seed money from, you guessed it, the Clinton Global Initiative. Yeah, $1 million. And I thought, that's interesting. But anyway, they have plans to make absolute hundreds and hundreds of tons of this cricket food, and they may be making mealyworm stuff. They're testing out mealyworm burgers on school children in the Netherlands. They are determined, although the farmers are yay for the farmers, yay for the German farmers and the Netherlands farmers for fighting back, and they want to take, by 2030 they want to. When I say they, I'm always talking about the powers that be. They want to push that whole plan. You've heard that agenda. They want to push that whole plan forward, and by that 2030, they want a certain percentage of all the private farms in their hands. And so they're encouraging they're raising the taxes on fuel and the inputs, the farmer inputs are going up and up and up. And so that's why they're protesting, in case you're not following all that. It's probably not being covered that much on mainstream media, but that is happening, and that's really big news. And I hope there's some success there. That's what I meant to say, Sherry. Yeah, well, that won't happen. I don't think, Noro, I don't think that will happen. Well, Linda, it's not, if you went into like an Asian market, food market or something in this country, and they had, and that this very well might be, I haven't looked, but I mean, I'm sure this is probably something that you can find, just those fried crickets and things like that. So, you're eating a fried cricket, but that is not what's happening. Is they are making this cricket meal, MEAL. Well, it's all MEAL. meal, as in ground up meal, that they put in all these processed foods. And so you have to really, well, first of all, stop eating processed foods. If there's any way you can just stop. If it has more than 3 or 4 ingredients and anything you cannot pronounce, just don't eat it. If you can help it. If you're starving, that's another story. But anyway, that's what's happening. It's the bug thing. And of course, the fake meat thing. They're 3D printing meat. I've seen the machines, and it's absolutely disgusting. It looks like red glue coming out, paste coming out, going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down, back and forth like this. And we're talking about a steak. And when it's all done, it looks like a steak. And it's going to be passed off. I mean, they will say it's not really meat, but they're going to tell you it's so good for the environment to not, but it's so untrue. That's just not true. None of that is true. Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk to you about today. Got milk? So I'm just going to read you this. Buddy's mom is from Ohio. There's several people here from Ohio, so please connect. Wow, Catherine, no, I hadn't heard that. That's incredible. Maggie Shepard is here. Right, she's talking about raising your own animals, which is so important. They're grinding up the crickets, and I don't know what they're doing with the mealyworms. They're actually, I mean, anyway. I'm going to read you this because this is the 10 penny report, and it is on Substack. I just wanted to point out, if you're not familiar with Substack, I don't know who started it. I just know that all of a sudden, when a lot of truth tellers were starting to get censored, their livelihood was threatened. Their reputations were trashed. Their Wikipedia bios were modified, and some people lost their jobs. Some people lost their licenses, and so this was a way. And I don't know if this is why it started or when it started, but all of a sudden, they're all writing on Substack, which are articles, informative articles, and it's a way to support certain people who are sticking their neck out to try to bring truth to the public. And so if you find there are a lot of people writing on Substack now, so you might want to just do a search. But she's on Substack, and this is, the title is Unlabeled and Unregulated. Got Milk? It's GMO synthetic. So, and this is posted by Mariam Heinem. She actually misspelled her name. Her name is Heinem. Mariam is someone that I know, kind of. I mean, she knows who I am, and we've communicated a few times. But she's really out on the forefront of spread of investigative journalism and spreading truth. Anyway, so she wrote this, and she says, no antibiotics, no hormones, just dairy, a completely lactose-free dairy without the cows. How does that work? The fake milk sold by Bored Cow uses a wannabe whey protein called microflora, unquote, quote unquote, called ProFirm, quote unquote, made by their partner Perfect Day, quote, a consumer biology company on a mission to create a kinder, greener tomorrow. by developing new ways to make the foods you love today, starting in the dairy aisle, unquote. They claim their product is a new kind of, quote, animal-free, unquote, milk alternative, quote, made with real milk protein from fermentation, unquote. Now, I'm just sharing this with you. Please do your own research, come to your own conclusions. Health Research Institute, a nonprofit independent lab based in Fairfield, Iowa, examined multiple samples of bored cows' original flavor milk using mass spectrometry to test the claim that the synthetic protein it contained was the same as real milk protein. If you didn't follow that, there's a lab, it tested this product to see if there's anything real, like of real milk in this product. Okay. And HRI compared these results to samples of natural milk from grass-fed cows. Their testing revealed 92 unknown molecules. I don't know about you, but that just doesn't sit right with me. Unknown molecules? Okay. Well, I guess there are a lot of unknown molecules. And a fungicide in synthetic milk protein used by more than a dozen food brands sold in common grocery store chains. Did you follow that? So their testing revealed, I'm sorry, this is really flying by and I can't read that and see that. So anything that I missed that I need to hear from you, you'll have to repost it later. Their testing, I'm going to just repeat that. Their testing revealed 92 unknown molecules and a fungicide in synthetic milk protein, which is already being used by more than a dozen food brands sold in common grocery store chains. This is not even that new product. The ingredients listed for bored cows' original flavor, and I guess they have chocolate and all these other yummy flavors too. Okay, this is what's in the ingredients. Quote, water, animal-free whey protein from fermentation, sunflower oil, which is a seed oil, and we all know that seed oils are bad, sugar, less than 1% of vitamin A, vitamin B12, vitamin D2, riboflavin, citrus fiber, salt, dipotassium phosphate, acacia, gellan gum, mixed, I always have a problem with this word, tocopherols, which is an antioxidant, which, I guess that's a good thing, calcium, potassium phosphate, citrate, and natural flavor. Now, I read this study like years ago that said, whenever you see something that says natural flavor or natural scent, scent, I guess is how they put it, or natural flavor, it could have as many as 100 chemicals. In that one thing that says natural flavor, could have up to 100 chemicals in that concoction that comes out saying it's natural flavor. So it doesn't mean it's natural flavor. It doesn't mean it's natural, I should say. And then they have a screenshot of the ingredients off the label. And Maryam continues, this is a stew made with sorcery and mostly crap. Now, this is her opinion. Do your own research, draw your own conclusions. Starting with the sunflower oil that is highly inflammatory seed oil, I just said that may be genetically modified as well. I'm sure it is. Meanwhile, the label does not specify whether the whey protein in this product was produced through genetic engineering of yeast, which it probably was. Also, the main input for fermentation is sugar. We all know that. And they're using high fructose corn syrup, which is also a GMO product. It's all gross and phony, she says. Aside from the host of unknown compounds, the synthetic milk lacked many important micronutrients found in natural milk, such as omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin E, and some B vitamins. Additionally, forms of carnitine that are, quote, really important for energy metabolism were either missing or only present in trace amounts in the synbio synthetic bioproduct. Quote, there are 69 important nutrients present in natural milk, most of which were completely absent in Synbio milk. A few were present in smaller trace amounts, according to HRI's chief scientist and CEO John Fagan, PhD. Fagan, a molecular biologist and former cancer researcher at, the place we love to hate, National Institutes of Health, National Institutes of Health, NIH, is a worldwide pioneer in testing genetically modified GMOs. Additionally, only 8 compounds were identifiable. The rest were, quote, uncharacterized by scientific literature. The 92 unknown molecules we found have never been studied by scientists, so we don't know whether they're safe or dangerous, whether they're nutrients or toxins, Fagan said. He found it concerning that the bored cow samples also contained an agricultural fungicide called, okay, help me, benthiavalicarbb isopropyl. I think the reason this fungicide is present is because they added it to the fermentation process to inhibit the growth of fungi that could contaminate the production system. So the things that we see here are not really good for us. Let me put it that way. HCI's official report has not been published yet, but suffice to say, these results contradict Perfect Day's claim that its product used by bored cow is identical to what cows make. So they claim the proteins are molecularly identical to those produced by cows. She claims this is a lie. Synthetic milk has never before been consumed by humans and has not undergone safety testing by the FDA. So it goes on and on and on. I think I've probably read enough to get you to at least check into it, if or just flat out avoid it. C Dent, yes. Did you just join C Dent? Where are you from? I'm just seeing you. We have 167. If you have never been to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe. I live on a homestead in Tennessee. I am trying to be sustainable and self-sufficient. And we're in a major deep freeze this week. So I'm going to be building a lot of fires and hunkering down. And I am doing live streams for the first time and after a long absence. And so if you enjoy what you're seeing and the community that's here, I hope you'll join us every Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, at least until the spring equinox. And then after that, we will reevaluate. Toledo, thank you. We got a lot of people from Ohio here. I just heard, what did I just hear? Some good news out of Ohio. I think, yeah, I better not get into that. Let's just say it had to do with the legislature and the governor, but I won't say anything else. Now, the Arbor Day, Kit is talking about the Arbor Day Foundation, and you can get fruit trees and bushes and things. My understanding is they're like this big. Am I right about that, or is that have I been misled? I thought that's what I saw in there, and I'm always thinking, man, I don't want to wait 10 more years to have an apple. So I have never done that. Luke is here from Dallas. And Fanson family is here from Michigan. It's got to be frigid there. It's frigid here. Green Bean 88. Okay, that's a good question. She's asking, I think it's a she. asking what I use to keep fleas off my cats. I have been using, am I really going to forget the name of that stuff? It's very expensive. And it's hard for me to recommend it. It works. And it also works for, the worms and parasites, I think. But it's so expensive. It's highway robbery. I hate to recommend it. And so I went to the co-op and I said, are there any options? And she said, well, what was it? Frontier? Is that the other one that's been around for a long time? She said, that doesn't even work anymore. They told me that at the co-op, even though they sold it. They said it really doesn't work anymore because, it's just in the population. It's just been so used for so long that it's not effective. Sort of like an antibiotic, you overuse it and then it's no longer effective. So the other one, what is it? The one I use? I can't even think of the name of it. Anyway, it's something like $25 a dose. And you're supposed to use it every month. And I've got 4 cats. I used to have 4. So, yeah. Now, Jan, do you put the food grade diatomaceous earth is supposed to help with something, but not necessarily fleas, right? Am I right about that? Oh my goodness. Revolution. Yes, it is Revolution Plus. Thank you, D.I. Weaver. Jan B is here from Arkansas. Welcome. I think that I probably could grow bay leaf here because I want to say I got a bay leaf plant from Sharon at Sharon's Natural Gardens. I think she had it for sale. Not sure I actually got one. I can't remember. That might have been when I was transitioning from California to here. I want to grow bay leaf terribly. Thank you so much, Mason Hamlin. Except your name is not Mason, right? Shannon, you got that right. Shannon, where are you writing from? Brother Speed says coconut oil for fleas. So do you just put it like a teaspoon in their food, or what do you do? Oh, thank you, Gina. He was great, and you'll find out all about it tomorrow in my video. No, seriously, I was very pleased. D.I. Weaver says really safe, but can't get without a prescription. Now, see, I've already forgotten what you were talking about. No, Revolution, you have to have a prescription. Yeah. Are you talking about Revolution? Revolution you can get without a prescription, but the vet wants their kickback. So they're going to want you to come in and once a year and see. They would not give it to me in California without them seeing my cat within a certain amount of time. And that really infuriated me. And so, because I have at the time I just had Lyndon, she's an indoor cat. And so, but they want to get their money. So, but I found a vet here that is not doing that. So I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything since it got cold. And I don't know that that's really a good idea either, but I haven't given them anything. Now, how do we do the DE? Well, Sherry is talking about a tick flea spray with a lot of stuff in it, and I'm thinking, well, doesn't this just do you just put it in one spot like you do the medicine? Or do you have to just spray that all over? Because they'd be licking, my cats would just be licking that off all day long. Please let us know how you administer that. Charlie Yar is here from Indiana. Welcome. Lisa wants to know if I put bay leaves in my flower. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. There's so many things, so many people are here and so many people are writing. I can't keep up. I need a partner. Lisa said, do you put bay leaf in your flour to deter bugs? No, I don't. I have just a handful of bay leaves that I bought to cook with. And I keep all of my flour in the refrigerator. And I don't know. I mean, the flour that I am not using currently that's not open is in the freezer. And so I always put my flour in the freezer first. And supposedly that's supposed to kill bugs. And then I transfer it into the refrigerator. I work it out of the refrigerator. I don't have any flour sitting on my counter or anything. I don't do it that way. Kelly Carver. I was one of their test subs for the neural lace. I don't know what that is. I must have missed something. Her dogs were killed and it nearly killed her. That sounds terrible. And I'm really sorry that happened to you. It's just a shame that there's so much evil in the world. I have grown Jerusalem artichoke. I did well with that in California, but not here. But they really give me gas bad. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it for me. Sherry, did you keep it outside? I want one. Jeremy is here from Phoenix. Wonderful. Son of a gun says bay leaf tree is hardy down to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Can be grown as a bush and covered during frost. Well, I need to order one then. Who can I order one from? Who wants to send me one? My brother has lectured me. I have to start living within my means. I'm going, okay, that's going to be tough. I'm going to have to let some gardens go because a lot of my money is just paying people to help me. So I'm going to have to cut back. Let's see. 184. Well, it was 184. Now it's 169. 158. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Kaye. I'm on Homestead in Tennessee. I've been on YouTube for 12 years, going on 13 years. My 13th anniversary is on the 22nd of April, Earth Day. I don't have a microwave, Anna. Who did that? Who did that? It doesn't say. Thank you for the super chat. I'm going to have to find your icon here to see who it is because it doesn't say on there. But thank you very much. A lot of people use Seven Dust here, but you can't call yourself an organic garden if you use it. And so I've kind of tried to stay away from it, although I know it really makes a difference because my neighbor does it, and he had absolutely beautiful cabbages. Didn't have a bug hole on it. Kansas is here. Kansas is in the house. Thank you, Colleen, for tuning in. Ramblin' Rose just placed an order for botanical interest through my link. You can get the link underneath any of my videos. I don't have it on this yet, or do I? Oh, maybe I do. I think I did set that up. It should be in the description under this video. If not, it's under the description of all the other videos. Let's see. What are we talking about? Yes, in terms of Jerusalem artichokes, it was always recommended to container them because I remember watching, when I first wanted to grow them, this is many years ago, I watched a few videos and this guy, he had planted them out in the garden and it was just like, it's like, it was like 40 foot square. I'm going, nah. I have a hard time just using that many, from a small container. Okay, so I'm going to get a bay leaf tree, and what else am I going to do? Let's see, Sherry. Well, I don't know what stark bris is. Kit, who replaced what for free? Stark Brothers. Oh, that's what you were talking about. Susan was talking about Stark Brothers. Got it. BROS. Yeah, two of my trees died from Stark Brothers. I bought all my trees from Stark Brothers last couple of years, and two of them died. And the first year I just called up and I said my tree died, and they sent me another tree or whatever it was, and all their plants are guaranteed for a year. And this last time I called up and I said, my tree never put one sprout. It never grew like at all. Well, we need to see a picture. And so, okay. So I took a picture months ago and then I never called them. So now I've got to go back through 1,000 pictures and look for that dead tree. Dead. It wasn't even a tree. It was literally just, what do you call those? Bare root. It was just a bare root stem. But I need to do that soon. Animal wash. Oh, I think I'm really behind now. See if I can catch up. Kelly, did you tell me what the neural lace is? Because I don't know what that is. Hey, Jeremy, do you have a bay leaf tree you want to send me? Of course, that would be a shock coming here. We have 187, 186 people on the chat. On the live stream. Thank you so much for joining. My name is Kaye. I'm on a 9-acre property in Tennessee after having a very, very tiny front yard garden in LA, and where I started my gardening life. And I'm so glad you're here. Please subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Scroll down and click all so you won't miss an episode. I'm going to be uploading. My plan is to be uploading at 9 a.m. on Saturdays through the winter. However, tomorrow I have an upload that I shot yesterday, and I didn't quite get it finished to upload it today. So I am going to go ahead and upload that for tomorrow. So you have that to look forward to. Let's see. Somebody left a recipe for something. It must have been that animal stuff, I think. Okay, Linda, you find out about this bay leaf thing and I'll get that info from you later. I'm having a hard time keeping up. Thank you, Dee. I appreciate you saying that. was doing so well and it jumped. It was it was, oh, that was Kat. Thank you so much, Kat. I didn't have your icon memorized. Kat left a $10 super chat donation. I really appreciate it. Oh, that's interesting. Well, Tammy says she buys bay leaves in bulk and puts them with cinnamon sticks in the pantry. You mean you just lay them in there, like uncovered? Huh. No more. Here too, Linda. Not here either. Oh, I've heard that about artichoke hearts being good for inflammation, for sure. Yeah, I bought an essential oil cat, dog, flea, tick medicine at the co-op. And then somewhere else I read that essential oils were bad for animals. And so I don't know. Everybody do your own research and come to your own conclusions, you know? Wait, what did Mason say? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Kat. Oh. Yeah, Lynn Blair said about finding a new vet that doesn't require the well check. Just imagine they call well checks. And what did they do at well checks? Okay. Same for well baby. If you're well and you go to see the doctor, you know where I'm going with that. Oh. Is that what they were talking about, Nuru? Musk's thing? She's asking about Musk's neural link. I saw some video the other day about that, and he's going to he says he's going to cover the entire world. So wherever you are, you're going to have cell service. So the whole world is just going to be baking in all of these electromagnetic. I want to go back to a flip phone, you know? If I didn't have a YouTube channel, somebody wrote me the other day and said, no, I know who it was. She doesn't even have a cell phone. She just has a landline. Of course, landlines are harder and harder to get because AT&T doesn't want to service those old POTS lines. They're called POTS lines, plain old telephone service. I actually have one out here. I have the line running to my house. And I had the guy here. I had them come out to take it down because I thought, well, I don't want this line hanging through my yard, you know? Because it dips way down, and he got out here and he starts talking to me and he's saying, I said, well, I'm not sure I want to take it down after all. And he was saying it's $30 at that time. This was a year or two ago, $30 a month. And it's just like the old lines where you can call locally in your area code, but you call outside your area code and it's extra. Just like the old long distance. You know, I used to call my mother after I got a cell phone. I call my mother, and she goes, "Okay, this is long distance. We shouldn't talk any longer." I said, "No, mother, there's no charge for long distance anymore." What? But the POTS line, you do, and they don't want to service the lines anymore, so they don't encourage anybody to have one. If you still have one, keep it. If it works and you can afford it. Kelly Carver. Here. I agree. I'm sorry to hear that about your husband. I'm assuming your husband is named Mason. And I'm sorry to hear that. My mother has dementia, so I know a great deal about it. I'm going to take a screenshot of that recipe. Just know that there are essential oils, and then there are essential oils. So if you're buying in essential oils and they're inexpensive, they're probably diluted or not, not good. I hate to say that, but it's true. Can't get this open. There we go. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That is, let's see what's in that. That is, good grief. Everything is so small now. Wintergreen, helichrysum, clove, and peppermint. So good. Boy, am I behind. I'm going to scroll down. Susan says use Agribon. That's the frost blanket. Well, I guess there are different thicknesses. What I've got out here is frost blanket. I've got double. I'm still going to bring the stuff in, though. 175 people are still with us. It's 4:16. Nadine is here from where, Nadine? I should move the lights next time because there's a glare on my glasses. Thanks so much. Who is Muksha V? Where are you writing from? Dafrik is here. From where? Mama T is here from where? Well, if you've got the space and you've got the energy to grow your own wheat, my hat's off to you. Try and get, if you're really going to try to do that, try and get some einkorn seed, some original wheat rather than modified wheat. And if you don't know about modified wheat versus original wheat, then maybe we can do a video on that or a live stream on that. Let's see. So Kit was also used experimentally as a child to develop the neural link. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. So many people have been experimented on. It's not even funny. I mean, I was watching this documentary the other night, and there's so much news that's like 90% of what I consume is just what's going on. I can't even keep up. All the things that are being exposed, because they used to keep everything secret. So we just went along, lived our lives, watched TV, went to ball games, had fun. Anyway, so I rarely watch anything from, going back. And I watched a documentary about the, I probably can't even say this on YouTube, but it was about the oral polio vaccine, and that was developed or I should say, not developed. It was, what do you call it when you turn one dose into a million? Whatever that's called. they would this high-tech lab in the Belgian Congo would receive 100 cc's of this stuff, and they would take chimpanzee tissue and turn it into millions of doses. And that's all I'll say about that. But the corruption goes back and back. Oh my Lord. And even to the chief scientist's dying day, he swore that they did not use those animals, that they used monkeys. But in the documentary, there was all this proof. Can't argue with that. The Freak wants to know what's better, chickens or quail? Can you combine them? I think people do. Don't they? I used to follow this guy on Instagram back when I used to follow Instagram. I'm not so good at it anymore. And he had a place in Canada, and he had grown up. Was it quail? Yeah, I think it was quail. Yeah, he was growing quail and chickens and a lot of other stuff. So I guess you can. Can anybody comment on that? Billy is here from England. Where in the UK? We have another person here. Thank you, Ken. As you can see, the light's is fading outside. So now you can see my hillside up here. And let's see, right? What? Oh, it's right. All right. Can you see that white right there? That's Tiger's headstone. And if you're new here, I had 4 sibling cats. And I was going to try to, somebody had said, oh, it'd be so wonderful to have them all grow old together. They would sleep together, and they just, of course they're all fixed. So no prowling, but anyway, Tiger, the more adventurous, decided to go across the road on November 7th. I'm sure it wasn't for the first time. And she didn't make it back. She got run over in the road. So she's buried up there. I don't know why I mentioned that. I just do. Da Freak, what do you think about solar? Well, it's great if you can get good equipment for a reasonable price and you have sun. If you're in a place that doesn't get much sun, you're not going to benefit from the expenditure. But it's always good to have backups. If this doesn't work, if the power goes down and this doesn't work and this doesn't work, then you got a solar generator and batteries and displays. Then that's good. Test the science. That's funny. I mean, it's just. R. Schroeder says he doesn't believe wheat is GMO yet. I mean, I don't think it is on a big scale. I don't know for sure where that's at, but wheat was modified in 1951. And the scientists who modified wheat, if you don't know this, if you never read the best-selling book Wheat Belly, and all of its succeeding books by a cardiologist, I forget his name. That's where I learned about it. I read Wheat Belly and I learned about this. But in 1951, a scientist won a Nobel Prize he went into the laboratory and he figured out how to mature wheat in 18 inches. Whereas, in our founding, the founding of our country, wheat was chest high when it was mature. The amber waves of grain in the song. So he figured out how to do it in 18 inches. So that you could get 2 crops in a year, and you could feed twice as many people. So it has been modified in that way. I don't think the seeds and all that are. I don't know. Can anybody comment on that? Hey, people in the Midwest that are around a lot of industrial farming. Anybody comment on that? Mm. Yes, Young Living does. In fact, I was at Nadine is saying Young Living, I'm a distributor, although I don't have anybody working under me, and I would love to have a few people working under me right now. But I just haven't looked for that or spent the time to develop that. But I was at a conference for regenerative farming in Louisville, Kentucky in, I want to say it was 2018 or 2019. Yeah, probably 2019. And there was a Young Living rep there, and she was so they had, representatives of companies selling to the farmers and various, people coming to the conference. And she had a booth there, and she focused solely on essential oils for horses. And so, yeah, there are some products that are specifically geared towards that. But I think you can use a lot of them. I'm not sure. I would have to really study up on that. Dean says larger birds will kill the smaller birds. So if you raise quail, you have to be aware of that. Yeah, not frontier. I said frontier. Kat corrected me. Frontline. Frontline is the flea medicine that's been around for such a long time. It's not that effective anymore. I thought so. Mason Hamlin says, I mean, what is your name? I'm just lost without your name. But anyway, she said it's the name of her piano. And the reason I remember that, the reason it was so familiar to me, was because Rhonda may be watching. She never comments, but she may be watching, or she may watch later. She's my oldest friend in California. I take that back. Second, I have very close with a guy that I met at Gold's Gym in 1989. He still goes to the same gym. And then Rhonda, who was in my neighborhood in the Palisades, I met 3 or 4 years later. And Rhonda watches my channel. And so does Craig every now and then. And so Rhonda used to have a Mason Hamlin piano in her living room. She lived at the end of the street. And when she and I had a Baldwin, a 1963 L model Baldwin in my living room. Had it brought out from Staten Island. It was owned by my voice teacher. When I was in New York, I heard about this voice teacher. He taught anybody. You go there. There might be some a Hasidic Jew sitting in the chair waiting to go in for some kind of voice lesson. And I was going. Some people would go for singing, and I just went to have better control over my voice for stage and so forth. So Anyway, he had two L model pianos. He had a Steinway in his studio. He offered that to me for $12,500 after he closed his studio, and he had the top of Carnegie Hall. It's all rehearsal studios, and he had a studio in there, and he had the Steinway in there, and that's where I would go for my lesson. It was $15 for half an hour. It was the best deal in New York. And we would do various exercises and stuff. He'd push a note and you'd vocalize. It was interesting. He had a very, very different technique than most voice teachers, which I haven't managed to illuminate, but he did. Anyway, Rhonda told me that when she moved out of that house, she tried to sell that piano. She couldn't sell it. And this piano was worth a lot of money. And she couldn't sell it, and nobody even wanted it. She couldn't even give it away. And I just thought, that is terrible. That's horrible, because I knew that my piano had been valued at like $13,000. And so, and she had a better piano than I did. So, so when I moved from the house and I moved into the apartment, at that time, I was not ready to give up this piano because, I had gone to a lot of trouble to get that piano from Staten Island to California. And it's so sad because I had it appraised, and he said because it needed new strings, which is a huge part of rebuilding a piano. It was only worth $8,000, and so. But I couldn't sell it. I couldn't find anybody to buy it. And I thought, well, at least I can donate it and take the tax deduction, right? Well, I donated it, but then my accountant says you can't take that as a tax deduction. So it's like, okay. I just said goodbye to that beautiful piano. And that whole history with my voice teacher. Anyway, I'm way behind now, and it's 4:32. See you. Yes, Gina, thank you for bringing me back on track. So I was talking about wheat. They hybridized the wheat from the original 14 molecules to 45. And that made wheat a piece of whole wheat, according to the cardiologist, a piece of whole wheat, even organic bread, shoots your blood sugar up just like a Snickers bar. This is what he says in the book. So keep that in mind when you're wolfing down. Don't comfort yourself that because it's organic and it's whole wheat and all of that, it's still going to make your blood sugar go crazy if it's modern wheat. So I go real easy on modern wheat. Jules is here. Where's Jules? Julianne, where are you? Julianne said something, and somebody else said, oh, yeah. Oh, I can imagine solar panels could easily be ruined by hail. I just saw a picture today of, solar, windmills, wind turbines, solar and wind energy supposed to be part of the Green New Deal. And they were completely frozen stuck with ice hanging off of them. They're useless in bad weather. 4 to 6 inches of snow. Paige, where? Where are you located? Margie. There's just no, are you DI Weaver? Are you talking about the sprays that the farmers are actually spraying, or that the other people are spraying? Patricia is here. By the way, Young Living, you guys, Young Living has its own einkorn. Gary Young, one of the last big things he did before he died was to add fields of einkorn wheat. And so they have, I'm holding this up. This is an essential oil, not wheat, but I have several packages of einkorn, the Young Living einkorn flour in my refrigerator. And then there's also one in Virginia. I need to do that. I need to do that. I have my EMF hat, which I never drive to Nashville without my EMF hat. And I have EMF gloves, for when I'm talking on the phone. I also have Faraday cloth, but I haven't done anything with it. Treasure rescue. Good evening. You're late. We started at 3 p.m. instead of 4. Fa la la la. Oh gosh, what's the name of the song? Gina, have you had any good results from that new diet? Hey, Jules. Hey, Broke Farmer. Somebody, and you may be on the chat, but I won't name names because I don't remember who told me, but they live in a rural area, and she saw a communications, truck in her driveway, and she went down and said, "What are you doing?" And they were installing G. And she said, "I want that." And they said, "Well, we're sorry, but we're converting everybody to G." And she said, "Well, I just won't have Wi-Fi, so I don't want it. I don't want it on my property. I don't want it near my property." So unfortunately, if you live in the cities, you won't really be aware of that because it's going to be on somebody's barn. It's going to be on, well, not the city, but I mean, it's going to be on. They say they're going to put it on every third building in the cities, and it's got to be real close, to have the effectiveness. So everybody has to be super, super vigilant going forward. Maria and Cream. Hello. Where are you writing from? EMF will fry your solar. That's good to know. I don't have solar, and I didn't know that. Oh, that's interesting, Kit. Congratulations. I wanted to try carnivore, but I have so much stuff in my freezer that needs to be eaten. If I go carnivore, what am I going to do with all that food? Yes, I know it is, Gina. I just rather not say it out loud. Let's see. Where's Kelly Crawford? I must have missed that video. Was Tammy, was this the gentleman in Nebraska, was the video in the winter when there's like 2 feet of snow and he's got everything in a high tunnel? I think he had a big tube of, going in there with warm air so that he could grow. He had huge citrus. I don't know if it's the same one, but you're saying somebody was using mineral oil and half water to control aphids. Well, I got aphids again on my pepper out in the, I think it might have been on 2 plants. And I just went, it was literally this tall, and it had produced 2 rounds of cayenne since I brought it in. It was just cranking it out. But I looked in there and I'm going, aha, somehow the aphids found it. And so I cut it, I took a garbage bag, cut it all the way back to just like this with just little sticks, and put all of that in a garbage bag. And I sprayed the whole thing with the Ivy Organic foliar spray, 2-in-1, 3-in-1 foliar spray. And so I'm hoping that I nipped it in the bud. Jason Garcia, if you're talking to me, thank you. Howdy, Silent Walk. Yes, I know. And what are we to do? I don't have a high tunnel. If you have a high tunnel, then you have to have irrigation. I don't have the money to build a high tunnel or a greenhouse. I mean, the winds we had the past few days, no high tunnel. I don't think anything I would have built here would have still been standing after that. But anyway, I just have to pray that I prayed very hard yesterday that whole program worldwide stands down. And I think if we all prayed that collectively, that entire, what did you just call it? Stratospheric aerosol injection program. There, I did say it, stands down. Because if we didn't vote for it, we wouldn't vote for it. It's not fair. And we're good people, and we deserve to have clean air. So, if everyone will take a moment and make that, do that prayer, maybe it'll help. Fantastic. 205 likes. Great. Oh. Oh my goodness, Green Bean. Green Bean says she has a ton of food allergies and sensitivities and eats mostly white rice and potatoes. Oh, what can we do about that? Surely we can do something about that. Any suggestions? Anybody? Paige White is in Knoxville. Who's in Virginia? Julianne is in Virginia. Close to my... Julianne, are you close to my nephew? Well, he's in Kingsport. I think we talked about this. Neuro says, in Canada, you have to rig solar panels so that you can clean snow off of them. Yeah. And a swivel platform that can turn them away and cover them during heavy hail. Yeah, all that sounds extraordinarily expensive. You mean your entire hood is what is an EMF hood? I mean, I know that they have EMF devices for your automobile. Ah, Dean, I just saw that. Dean says it would be cool if everyone would send me a birthday card. My birthday's February 14th. That'd be awesome. And I'll share them live. I don't even know what day of the week the 14th is. I haven't even looked. Shakila. Hello, where are you? I forgot. Margie says, you absolutely can be a distributor in South America. Oh, it's Young Living is worldwide. contact me through my website if you're interested in working with me. I'll sign you up. Let's see, Lori W. It's not snowing here yet. I think, let's just check. I think it's tomorrow. Sorry, I misspoke. This was not on here earlier. It says it's going to be snowing at 5 o'clock. That's 5 minutes. If it is, I'll take you outside. You know what I haven't gotten that I want, and people keep saying I shouldn't get one, is a sled. Don't you think I should have a sled? I've been wanting one. Well, last year we didn't even have any snow. Last year was a bust. The first year I was here, we had all that snow and I didn't have a sled. I tried to sled on a piece of cardboard. That was ridiculous. There's a video of that. And I was trying to go down my driveway, which was, it had already started to ice up, and it should have been good. But I wouldn't do that with a sled, though. I wouldn't go down if it's icy. I don't want to crash. And if I do get a sled, against the advice of a lot of people, I am going to wear my helmet, my ski helmet, just to protect my noggin. Oh, hey, Paige. Nice to see you. Paige is my new friend. We met at the Bards FM revival. It was called Bards Fest, but it was a revival. A lot of people were baptized, a lot of speakers, a lot of people who have really been through a lot and come through the other side spoke. It was it was filled with the Holy Spirit. I gotta say, really was. I was so glad I went, and I got two new friends for life. Kelly, what are you talking about? Just write the one word in another chat, and I'll scoot down and see. Oh wow, 20 pounds in 8 months. Well, let's see. So you've lost 10 pounds since you were here, Gina? Ooh. The Human Brain Project does sound frightening. $221 likes. Thank you so much. 178 people are still here. Thank you so much. Oh, Jules, don't do it. Don't do it. Just tell them that you'll cancel your whole account. I'm going to call on Monday, and it's not just that. They want to do it with everything. For every meter, they want it on your inside meter. They want something on your water meter out on the road, and they want something on your gas meter in your house. And I called everybody here, and it's a small town, and they go, no, we don't have that yet. So I hope it stays that way for a while. Yes, Charlie Yar, it is. He's asking, or she's asking, about my Haas Tools link. So Haas Tools is another one that has seeds. They do have seeds. And they have a lot of equipment. And I have made several of videos up there with their equipment. No, Daryl, I hate snowboarders. Snowboarding ruined skiing for me. No, I'll never do that. Char Haas, Maryland, Severna Park. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Please hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed and all that stuff. See, there's another one. Gina saying no sled. It's like, I gotta have a little bit of fun. 12 degrees. Ooh. Oh, I hadn't thought about my knee. Yeah, there's that. There's that kneecap thing. Yeah. The problem with my front yard is there's a lot of rocks. Some are exposed. So I think to be safe, I need at least 4 inches. And I don't really want to do the old fashioned with the metal rail kind of sled. I mean, I would like something that was more of a toboggan thing. What do you call it? So that you're kind of inside a shell kind of things. And I would like something with a brake and guidance. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so. 2 hours of snowing in Arkansas. Cassandra Ruske, welcome. Where are you writing from? 184. Welcome, everybody. My birthday's on a Wednesday. Thanks for telling me. Oh, great. Let's see. 13 plus 14 is 27. Oh, that means you're not an Aquarian. You're the next one. Is that what's after me? Pisces? I forget. Cassandra is here from Washington State. Wonderful. Oh, wait. Oh. Jules is in Maryland. Okay. Nuru, I thought you were new, and I'm so glad you're here, and you're contributing to it. So that's great. I have a great group of people, and I really appreciate everybody. I'm going to get off at 5 o'clock. So if there was a song, you better be putting a title down there, because save your bones and back and skip the sled. Connie, I didn't know you were here. I'm drinking out of your, what happened? Can't see it. Was here. Teapot. I must have set it down in a different place. Let's see. Nuru said, I actually saw an article this week that said that the global warming is causing the cooling. And they are going to put out just as much as they think the public will, the majority of the public will actually swallow. And if they say it very convincingly, a lot of people will believe it. I mean, look at where we're at. They have. That's funny. So let's see. Okay, Kit, I'm just going to make a screenshot of that. And since I haven't seen it, I can't comment on it, but I'll check that out. That's fantastic, Gina. Fantastic. So Gina has lost 10 pounds since she was here. If you remember, Gina was here helping me out. Mick Jam, absolutely. I mean, without faith, the situation the world is in right now, are you kidding me? I would feel so lost if I didn't have a close relationship with God. Oh my goodness. The Lowe's in Knoxville had a sign posted that said no sleds, no heaters, and no shovels. Oh, you know what? I should, before it gets completely dark, I should go out to my shop and locate, I know where it is, because we my son and I organized the shop. Yes. I think I know right where my snow shovel is, which I didn't even get to take out of my shop last year. It didn't snow at all. What a bust last winter was. I'm really looking for days and days. Ken, was that Ken? No, that's Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. I will. I'll read your comments later. I want weeks of just snowed in. I didn't get the raised beds all done, but I got some of it done yesterday, and you're going to see that in the video tomorrow. 180 of you are still here. Is there a song? I'm running out of steam. I'll just be honest. I'm running out of steam. Dean, I don't know 10 people here, okay? I don't even know 10 total people. Well, I take that back. I probably do know 10 people. But if we get snowed in, I have to rely on the people that are close by, right? So there's 2, 3, 4, 5. And that depends on their schedules. So, what shall I do? I don't know what I'll do. I tell you what, if things get interesting, I promise to cover it in a video, maybe even a short video, which is almost, it seems more like live, because it's just these quick 1-minute things. Mine are quick. Emmanuel, I think Emmanuel is gone, but he is doing, I wish somebody would teach me how to do it. I just don't know how to do it. But his short 1-minute videos are edited. There's several clips, several shots. There's a shot on him. There's a shot on the plant. There's a close-up. There's all the things that I do in a regular video comprised down into 1 minute, but it's vertical, see? And I don't know how to put, if you shoot something vertically and you bring it into my editing program, well, I would just have to get a new editing program on my phone. That's what I would have to do. So, and I haven't learned how to do that. Silent, wait. Oh, that is Ken. Sorry. Ken and Kelly both have just a orange or red orange K. Thank you, Ken. I really appreciate it. Well, watch out, Gina. You might get, censored. Shannon has got to go and tuck in the animals. God bless. Oh, I know. We had such fun. A snow day at school was so much fun. I had to go all the way across town because on the other side of town, that's where 1, 2, 3 of my people that were in my grade lived over there. And it was the doctor's house. And they just had like a little patio out back, but he would flood it and it would turn to ice. And it wasn't even smooth. It was like rough, I don't know. I don't think I ever had ice. Oh, well, let's see. I don't think I ever had ice skates. Maybe I don't know what I did, to tell you the truth. I did have a pair of ice skates, and I did go ice skating a couple of times in Wisconsin. And then, and then also Central Park. When I lived in Central Park is when they decided to have the ice rink open. I mean, when I lived in Manhattan, I didn't live in Central Park. And so they decided to flood the ice rink in Central Park. And I did go ice skating a couple of times. And I remember being on the ice rink in Central Park and I saw someone fall. It was an adult, fell right in front of me and knocked their 2 front teeth out. And I thought to myself, I'm an actor. That would not be good. So I didn't go again. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I would love a rowing machine. The last time I used a rowing machine was in the gym, and I can't tell you, heterodox, how long that's been. But I do have an exercise machine that my brother gave me out there. I've never had it on, but I promise I'm going to use it this winter. I gave so much stuff to the Habitat for Humanity restore. I gave them my sewing machine, my 1940s Art Deco or 19, whatever it was. It was kind of 40s design, wooden sewing machine table and sewing machine, among many other things, because you just can't sell this stuff. Young people don't want antiques. They're not sentimental. There's not a thing in this house. And believe me, there's a lot of stuff. There's not a thing in this house that either of my sons and wives are going to want. Laura Schneider says, I made a live. Yay, so much love to gig. I'm so glad you did too. But I need to get off the smart means to harm. Yes, smart cities are going to harm you. That's exactly right. Oh, I would love to cross country ski. When I took my cross country ski boots out of the garage in the Palisades, when I went to sell, my stuff, the estate sale, they just disintegrated because they were leather, they just disintegrated. Oh my goodness. See, that would be fun, Dean. Yeah, just have somebody pull me around. That just reminds me of this wonderful moment in time when Walker was little, still in the apartment. It was a big walk-through it was a Spanish duplex, a fourplex, old building, high ceilings, and a long hallway from the dining room back to the bedroom. In between there was the kitchen and it was like a through flat, what do you call that? But it was a long hallway with carpet, and I put him in a cardboard box, like about that big, and I tied a rope around the hole in the one side of it, and I got this kitten from the vet. The vet was trying to place a kitten, and I thought, well, I'm going to take this kitten because my 7-year-old cat Geneva had some unfixable health problems, and we had to put her down, and right about that time, my son was like, let's see, I guess 18 months, 2 years or something like that. It was just so much fun, and I would just go really fast up and down the hallway, and he would just just explode with laughter, and the cat would just ride in the front like, yeehaw, it was good times, good times. Concept 2 rowing machine. I actually did enjoy the rowing machine. It does a lot. And another thing I really enjoyed was the climbing wall. I forget what you call that. But, I had the climbing shoes, the little climbing shoes that you wear with no socks. And they have the points, the hard toe point. It's not a point, but it's, you know what I mean. And you put chalk on your fingers, and I really enjoyed that. That uses a lot of strength. And anyway, I think everybody's gone. Let's see. Oh, by the way, Ken, I did buy. I'm probably not going to get a broadfork. They're too expensive. They start at $125 and go up to $259. I looked at like 8 different companies. So forget it. I don't really need that. And what's the chance that that broad fork, those spikes are going to go down that far with all my rock out here anyway? So anyway, I just bought a metal rake and a manure fork. So thank you for all the donations. And I think you pretty much covered them, the 2 of them. Let's see. Lisa's saying, Sherry, is a smart thing or Bluetooth reading? They came and did the Bluetooth thing so they can stay in the car when they read your meter. I don't think that's 5G. I don't think. Okay. Since I only have one request, I'm going to have to look up. I know the tune. I just don't know all the. I absolutely went head over heels when that song came out. BJ Thomas, he passed away, I think it was last year, and he had such a unique voice. Absolutely fabulous. I have a request to sing this song. Let me see if I can do it. I'm going to cut back. I just want to say real quick. Let's see. That was Catherine. That was that Robert Redford and Catherine? No. Wait, who's in the movie? Yeah. It was Robert Redford and I want to say Catherine. Absolutely beautiful woman. Oh, come on. Oh, that's interesting. In the film version of the song, BJ Thomas was recovering from laryngitis at the time of the recording, which made his voice sound hoarser than the 7-inch single version. Well, what's her name? Help me out, Catherine. Wow, I just can't remember stuff anymore. I got to look this up, though. Close. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I can see her riding on that bicycle. You've probably already, let's see. Come on. Why aren't you saying the woman's name? Without that beautiful woman, it would have been nothing. Here we go. Catherine Ross. I knew that. Catherine Ross. I actually met Catherine Ross. I did a PSA, public service announcement for macular degeneration. It was directed by someone at Bonnie Spence, someone I knew at my a women's directors group that I belonged to. I did a few things. I directed a few things myself. Anyway, she did the voiceover for my macular degeneration spot, Catherine Ross. And I had, she was sitting there in the studio. I hadn't seen her in decades. She still looked beautiful, of course, because she aged naturally. At least I think so. Okay, let's see if we can sing this. Raindrops are falling on my head. And just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head. They keep falling. Where's the rest of it? That's just the, Where's the, oh yeah, here we go. No, those are all the verses, but where's the chorus? So I just did me, I just did me some talking to the sun. No, I don't even know that. I don't even know that verse at all. Falling on my head. Doesn't too big for his bed. Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining. Because I'm free, nothing's worrying me. Now that's without rehearsing, folks. So anyway. Catherine Deneuve was also gorgeous, but she was French. Is French. I think she's still alive. Everybody knows the lyrics but me. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, Kit. I appreciate that. Hey, I'm just going to sign off, everybody. It's 5:12. God bless you. Thank you so much for being here. 152 people are still on, but I'm running out of steam. I'm just going to take you. Let's see. Well, I should probably look first. Did that like drop the light down? That's weird. That's funny. Anyway, it is dark. I just want to see if there's snow out there. If there is, I'll take you over. Nope, sorry, not a flake coming down. So thank you all for tuning in. God bless you. Stay safe, stay awake, be discerning. You know, now with AI, we don't know what we're watching. So you've got to have, what is it the Bible says? We got to have that second witness, a third witness, maybe a fourth witness would be even better. You know, you read something, some people like read something once and they share it. Yeah, I did that today, but I know this person. I know I've been following this person for a long time, and I actually know the woman who wrote it. So she's not going to put out anything that's not true. So just be discerning. And I will see you next Sunday at 3:00. And stay tuned for my Don't Eat the Bugs. Yeah, read labels. Read labels, read labels, read labels. And everybody is saying good night. God bless you. Thank you. Don't eat the bugs. So thank you so much. And I will see you next Sunday at 3:00, and then the video tomorrow. So if you aren't subscribed, please be sure to you subscribe before you leave my channel and click the all on the drop down menu, so you will be notified if I upload a video. Thank you so much. Good night. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Dun 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 dun. Yes, and check to make sure if you think you're subscribed, check to make sure you're still subscribed, because I have lost 200 subs in the last month. And I don't know if people are unsubscribed. I doubt people are unsubscribing, because most people don't take the time to unsubscribe. So I just feel like this is happening arbitrarily by the platform. So you just got to keep checking. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ken. And was there someone else? Thank you all.